Hello everyone and welcome to my Ignite presentation for the MPA program. In this presentation, I will walk you through my life up to this point and what I've gained in the past 2 years in the MPA program. I am from Charleston, born and raised, and I'm a part of the fifth generation of my family on Johns Island. Having this heritage made it College Charleston my first and only pick for graduate school. So once I graduated college, I came straight home. I was born Thursday, September 26, 1996, at Roper St. Francis Hospital in West Ashley. Since then, my family has moved to Johns Island, but I honestly consider Charleston as a whole my home. Here are a couple of photos of my brother Sterling and I as children, and as you can see to the top photo, the building that we're standing in is in construction, and that eventually became our home that we live in today. My brother and I have been involved in construction and carpentry since we were children because it's our family trade. And that's exactly why I have specialized in housing and why he's gone to start his own construction company. This is our home today, and my brother and I got to see firsthand of what 12 years of dedication and hard work can build for a family. This is now our family's meeting place for almost every event. Then, 3 years later, I got the chance to go to Palmetto Boys State. It's basically a summer camp program that introduces rising seniors to public speaking and to politics. And this is where I got my first start in public service. Then, when I graduated high school, I started playing college football. At first at a smaller D1 school in upstate South Carolina, then to South Carolina. After 2 years in Columbia, I've learned that football was not the right path for me. So when I left football, I realized that I wanted to go to graduate school. And at first, I thought I wanted to be a policy analyst until I learned that a city planner is actually an occupation and it's in a growing field and it fit perfectly. If you ask 1,000 people what makes a leader, you will get 1,000 different answers with one common thread. That thread is a leader is a person who finds the best course of action depending on the situation. To describe my leadership style, I would say I focus on the simple and then build to the complex. In the past 2 years, I've learned that a stakeholder analysis is a great way to get a proper snapshot of the conditions to find the best course of action. To participate and contribute to the policy process, I found that the multiple streams theory best illustrates what happens. The problems, politics, and policy both are organized or channeled into one avenue to create change. From what I've seen, the most impactful part of the Iron Triangle is the interest group. I say this because without people being elected, the system can't operate. But in my opinion, what's missing right now is community level interest groups. Most great outcomes start with a question. At the base of it, this question is almost always why. This sparks the search to get the information, and once data is collected and is presentable, solutions can be explored for the issues. A great example of using and collecting data is what the city of Charleston has on their current housing supply. Knowing how big or how small the supply or shortage is can shape what policies are desirable for the situation. I have held the same belief in the program since I've started. Government should do the most good for the most people. This can be tricky to pinpoint because what's good for society may be great for one group but detrimental to another. Defining good will always be difficult in our nation since we are a society of individuals. Knowing this, I would rely heavily on community conversations and community surveys to identify what a public opinion is and what public opinion is not. Culture is the intangible thread that binds society together. Language is the primary tool for shaping culture. So, to respond productively and culturally to a changing workforce, it is critical that somebody understands the vernacular of the area to accurately understand what they're saying. Storytelling is the most common way to relay ideas and values throughout societies and time. As opposed to giving somebody a sea of numbers, telling them a story will help them identify the people and the place to the issue. The most important thing I've learned in the MPA program is that housing, economic development, and transportation intertwine to create the environment in which we all live, work, and play. Knowing this, I feel prepared to start my career as a planner. Thank you for taking this journey with me through my life and how I got to this point.